Hello everyone, my name is Anushya. Today we are going to explain about how to conduct experiment for the static friction on an inclined plane. Today we are going to use this website link that's shown in the slide to conduct the experiment. In this website, we will be changing the value of angle and friction to see it can move the object or not. We are going to test two things from this experiment. First one is friction. Let's say friction higher or lower can move the object. Second thing is angle. The angle higher or lower going to move the object. I would like to pass to my friend to explain more about the experiment.
Okay, hi, my name is Aida Natasha binti Ahmad Nazri. Okay, now we are going to look at the task number 1, which is my friend explained about the critical value of coefficient of static friction before the block is moving when we change the friction to see whether it's going to move the object or not. So now we are going to fill in some of the value here inside the website here. So let me show you how. Here are the components that we need to put inside the website here. So there is initial velocity, which is 0, gravity is 9.8, mass is 10, coefficient of static friction is 1, coefficient of kinetic friction is 0, angle is 13. So basically we put all the component here, and then using the table, we start from 1.0 when we fill the value here, and then we click start. We need to see whether the block is moving or not. So it shows that 1.0 if the block is not moving, so we cross here. So when then we need to do all the value here, and it shows that 0.5 the block start to moving, so we need to tick right. Okay, next we find the border values between the block is static and moving and prove using the formula. The last value of coefficient of static friction when the block is static, we get the 0.578, and then we use the formula here to show that whether the value is 0 or not. Okay, now we use the value that we get, and the answer is 0. So yeah, so the second one is the first value of coefficient of static friction when the block is moving, and then we get 0.577. So next we need to prove that we using this formula to see the answer that we get is above 0 or not. When we fill in the value and we calculate, and we get 0.029, so it's basically above the 0. Okay, that's it, and now my friend will talk about the task number 2.
Hi, my name is Kritiha Ramadas. In this experiment, which is force and motion, I'm going to explain about to determine the critical value of coefficient of static friction before the block is moving in fixed angle and different coefficient of static friction. Here are some of the components given, which is initial velocity, gravity, mass, coefficient of static friction, coefficient of kinetic friction, and angle. After this, we're going to start from number 1, which is going to see whether the block is moving or not. If the block is not moving, we're going to put X in the table like this. After this, we're going to try with all the numbers. So if the block is moving, we're going to put tick like this in the table. After trying multiple times, the last value of coefficient of static friction when the block still static is 0.578. Here we also need to prove that we got 0, hence it's proved. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nuliana. I will explain the discussion paper 4 and paper 5. I want to explain about this discussion when we change the weight here. When we change the weight, this one we're going to affect the object to move or not to move. So we are going to prove it by putting the original weight, that instant kilogram, into the formula, and then we do conclusion equals to 0. So for the second task, different angle, if you have a different surface, we make our angle become higher and lower. So we are going to test also. This is how we are going to do the testing here. So I will pass the next video to my friend.
Hi, my name is Nur Fadila binti Muhammad Rizlan. I would like to present to you our conclusion or recap. For the task 1, coefficient of static friction is the factor moving the block. For the case above, the critical value coefficient of static friction with the block moving is 0.029. For task 2, angle is the factor moving the block. For the case above, the critical angle of the plane when the block moving is 0.0326. Okay, that's it. Thank you for joining us and spending your time.